It's the Real and Sister Browns fan tuning in for another episode of Brownie Cookies and Water. This edition is dog checking on the players. Just basically, man, I might have to change that name, but I don't know. I'm gonna just use it for now. But basically, what it is that out of the dog pound, the actual players, I pick about three random numbers. The numbers I select, I just talk about the first thing that comes to my mind. One of the rules is that a player can be picked more than twice this season. Two, they can be picked two times in a row, and three, they at least had to play 2 games this season. So that's that. First number was number 55, Takkarist McKinley, who we know as Tack McKinley. Um, First thing that comes to my mind is that when we picked him up, to the interviews and everything like that, seems like a very humble person, or seemed humbled as far as like the NFL goes. He is excited for his opportunity, making the most out of it. I don't want to call him a journeyman, but the way that the narrative is, the way he got here, it sounds like he was a journeyman. But you could tell. I mean, he had a sack last week. That he is ready to change that narrative, ready to revive his career, if you will, or bring a jolt to his name. Um, he's been pretty solid, besides the first game, but everybody was a little rusty that game. I feel like he had some sacks that he could have had, but or some tackles for losses that he could have had, but hey, like I said. For one, we was going against a very tough Kansas City Chiefs team, and then two, like I said, everybody was kind of rusty. That was their, first full, real live action of a regular game. Playing with the ones. It ain't, preseason where you just trying people out. So, but yeah, definitely. I mean, I think he is a very very quality player. I know when we signed him, they was making it as if he was going to be the solution on the other side of Miles. But since after we signed him, we signed some more players. So that narrative has kind of changed a little bit. However, it doesn't seem like that is deterring him or making him feel a little less motivated to go out there and perform his best. Obviously, like I said, he's had a sack last season, or not sack last season, but last week, and I look forward to seeing a whole lot more. I mean, especially with this pass rush, he definitely bolsters our pass rush, and I can see that now, or see that at this moment, and hope to see some more later on in the season. So, anything else? I mean, no. I mean, he seems like I said, just a humble person. I find him as a humble person that's really trying to work hard, and that's really what Cleveland's about. So, shout outs to you, Tack, and go ahead and get it, buddy. Seen the little sack dance. I don't know what that was. He had did like a little clap at the top and then did the little swing or something. I don't know. But nobody talked about that with him. They should maybe one day. Who knows? Um, but that's that. Number two on this list. I have number 88, Harrison Bryant. Obviously, Harrison played with us. He's second year on the team, homegrown. Um, to me, just a very seems like a very athletic tight end. Somebody that could catch, somebody that uh, that's about football. I could definitely see that. He seems like a very he's very passionate about football. I could tell. Um, to me, almost. I mean, I don't want to say that, but it's kind of like all he got. It's like ball is life for him. I feel like that's just the vibe I get from him. It could be different. He probably got other interests and everything like that, but just in my opinion, I really feel like ball is life for him. Like he's all about it. And I mean, I like those. I love those type of excuse me. I love those type of players that's on our team because I feel like that's the reason that those are the reasons why we on the incline. Those are the reasons why we're gonna get better is because when somebody is passionate about it, it's just gonna be contagious. It's gonna spread around the whole locker room. Basically, is just getting better and just loving the game and trying to perfect your game. You know what I'm saying? So Um, so yeah, I definitely am pleased about that. Not a whole lot of action this season. Our quarterback has been, spreading the ball around a lot of different receivers. So it's not a whole lot of opportunities for one single person. Uh, and I think that we just need him to have some bigger games because it would be nice to have a Harrison Bryant jersey, with the 8-8 on there. But, I only get Stitch jerseys. And there's a few people, such as, I know I ain't supposed to talk about other people, uh, but there's some people that, Toledo's finest, for one, his number ain't stitched. And because I went to the Brown shop and all I seen was a screen print one. So I was kind of disappointed a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. I know how it goes. It's like, hey, we only got so many jerseys that we want to, invest in and blah, blah, blah. So whatever. Anyway, but the Harrison Bryant one, that would be pretty dope. I'm sure people would get that. However, I guess he got to also play better too. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see too many Njoku ones out here either. So it's like, unless they was from the past. But so I guess that's just what it got to be for our tight end room. We need to see more out of young Harry. And yeah, I just hope that he delivers. I think he will deliver. I think that right now we still getting our feet under us as far as the offense. So right now his numbers haven't took off, but eventually they will take off. They're gonna go off the charts and especially after the last game our quarterback had, I definitely see him bouncing back because that's all I ever seen him do. So if the quarterback bounce back, then that means more looks and touches and a lot more opportunities for young Harry B. And that's all you can really ask for. So keep it up, and he's like I said, it's a hell of a player. And last is we drew number 28, which is Woo. Yeah, everybody already know. I like saying Woo as it is. So, but beyond that, just for one, his spirituality is what sticks out to me. Because I think we on kind of the same side, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know like the spiritual world is crazy, but I'm pretty sure you're on the same side. And I know this ain't nothing to talk about because I really don't want to hear people start asking them about that shit. But as far as research I did, I think we are on the same side. But beyond that, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the personal thing, I just see like he's gonna be the linebacker's linebacker of today's age. And I only say that because he doesn't have the traditional I'm big Ray Lewis body, but the way he plays, the way he tackles, the way he gets people on the ground just about every time, the way he blows up, people that's trying to block him or sheds blocks, it's it's really a talent, man. I like it's a great thing to see. You always see him playing at 100, and he's playing fast. He's actually sometimes he's trying to beat people to the spot. Other times it's just technique that his breakdown is really good, and just oh man. Sometimes I feel like, but that's the zone, so I really can't blame him. And I think everybody's still trying to find out where they need to be and what their assignments are when it comes down to the zone and who they cover and who they got in certain situations. So I'm not really gonna bust him too much on that because that's what I feel like it just seems like sometimes he's just being nowhere land. But like I said, I don't know. It's not like I study the playbook and I don't know what his assignments are, and I don't really feel like they know what their assignments are 100% when it comes down to zone. And that's the reason why it's been looking so bad, but it's looking better because obviously you get film, you're starting to realize what you're supposed to do or who you got and this, that, and everybody communicates. So I definitely see him being a leader on his team. I mean, I think just like naturally though, you know what I'm saying? Not like a leader like he's trying or anything like that, but just how would I say? for one, his game, he leads by example, and then two, because I mean, I don't know, like I said, just on camera, from what I see, because I'm not there watching them personally when the camera's off, but from what I receive out of camera, it's just like it's his personality, his perspective, the way he views things. Um, it's kind of set apart, if you will. You know what I mean? So it's like, for one, it's gonna be different, but at the same time, it's like you can vibe with it, you can get with it, and then you just people, like I said, from hard work, just based off of his game and the way he approaches it, to just his personality itself. Um, Seems humble, very loving. Like I said, you know, very polite. I've noticed, and respectful. You can't ask for and then if that's your leader, it's like you don't want to ride for somebody like that, because it's like that they ain't on no F boy stuff, and that they gonna have your interest, or they genuinely care about you. He genuinely feel like the locker room is his brothers, and I really feel like that's where he comes from. Like I said, I don't know. It's just off camera, but on camera I'm getting this information. But from what I'm receiving, and just from the core, because I mean, yeah, people could be fake, but but football people, you don't really want to see them being too fake, because all they do is playing football. It's like, I hate when people try to give these athletes a platform where it's like they are politicians or something. Like we have to care so much about what an athlete thinks or what his perspective is on certain issues and so forth, and it's just all hogwash. It's like bullshit. It's like, man, these people play sports. It's like, why do we care so much about what they perspective? All right, it's cool to hear opinion or whatever and talk about it, but like, well, I'm gonna take their opinion and I'm gonna base how I live the rest of my life based off of what you know this superstar athlete says. I like, no, absolutely not. And if anybody lives their life that way, I feel bad for you, because if you can't think for yourself, it's just gonna get a whole lot harder for you. I'll tell you that. You're gonna be pulled by the nose everywhere. But anyway, so with Wu, like I said, man, he just I'm glad that we got him on the team. I think it was supposed to happen. But other than that, that's cool. Those are my three. The realest is a Browns fan. Peace.